go. Preparing the live stream. Here we go. Come on. And come on. Setting up the meeting.
Dance.
All right. There we go.
Woohoo. All right. Oh, I forgot.
Okay,
Let
doke.
me.
Let you what?
I usually like to look at it while I'm
Oh,
on.
chat. So, hello, everybody. Hi.
Whoa. As you witness us
Sorry, what was
setting
that?
up. As you witness us setting up.
Right. Hi, everyone. It's me, Julia, from Little Metal Foxes with Helen.
Hi, sorry. I'm doing the YouTube thing. I'm
Oh,
saying
Helen,
hi to
also from Little
Marina.
Metal Foxes.
She's already on there. Hi.
Anyway, so Jennifer is out today. So, haha, Helen and I are in charge. Um,
B
so
team.
the B team, we've got the B team on. Hey, the B team is the A team
They're
sometimes.
just fabulous.
What was that?
We're just as fabulous.
We're
We
just
just don't have
differently fabulous.
our main person who does it most of the time.
Exactly. So, yesterday in Open Studio Access, we had a wonderful question about how to keep track of your Chuck key, right? One of our students asked us, she thought she'd lost her Chuck key. So her first question was, what can I use? Is there something I can use instead of a Chuck key as a Chuck key? And we kind of thought about it for a second. We're like, your backup
Mm,
check key that you should purchase, because if you think you might lose it, it's probably a good idea to have a second one. I actually have two flex shafts. I'm really lucky that way. So I got two. This one came with my Fordham flex shaft that even has Fordham printed on it. And these are nice because this particular check key is nice because it's a big handle, so it's really easy to turn it. You can get a little one that's just this little guy, right? Just the metal part. And that works too.
mm-hmm.
But the question is how to keep track of it, right? Because it is really easy in the chaos that is your
Yes.
studio to set it down. And I do know some people have painted the handle a bright
Oh
color,
yeah. Yeah.
which is a really good trick, right? Like hot pink would be a good color. Yeah, Helen. Um, or bright green or something so that if you can kind of look for that
Yeah.
thing in the mess and it'll sort of pop out. Um, that's one option.
Yep.
One of Jennifer's techniques is, because this is Ferris, she'll just take a magnet and she'll stick a magnet on the side of, I think her bench pin is a bench pin anvil combo. It's like one of these. And so she'll just have a magnet stuck to the side of this, and then her
Yeah.
Chuck key just sticks on there. And she's used to that, so she knows that that's where it is. And then when she's done with it, she just gets it close to it, and it sticks back on. Right? That works really well too. If you have something ferrous that's close to your
Great.
your
To your
flex.
work.
Right, your working area, right? So that's whatever works for you, right? Because some people don't want it to be too far away, and some people don't, whatever. So that's an option. So bright color, one option. Magnet, another option. A third option.
Is what I do.
So what is what you do? The magnet?
No.
No, the
What
third
you're
option. So third option is to create something like this. So this,
mine slightly different. I don't have the chain. I just have the eye hook thing
you just have the eye hook thing, and then you have it hooked. So you just have
on a couple hook
on a
that I
hook.
have screwed into my desk.
So you can take an eye pin
Yeah.
like this, right?
Yep.
These are cheap, right? And you just
Yep.
screw it into the plastic on the back end of the Chuck key. And then this is actually like a binder ring, right? So it makes it easy to just clip it on. But then the thing with this one is that this is a badge reel. So this is like a
Yeah.
lanyard badge reel, and it has a clip on the back.
I'm changing mine to that as soon as I get my desk set back up again because that keeps it in one place. It doesn't just get, if I put it down on my desk or in my drawer, or in my catch tray, then I'm not hunting for it going, where's my chuck key?
So what I do with this, and of course my flex shaft is up here and it's in a way that I can't really easily take it off here, but I just hook it onto because it has a clip, I just clip it onto the metal
The
U-shaped
little
bar that
hanger
the
bar.
dependent motor hangs from.
Yeah, yeah.
So if I can do
Like
this,
the handle.
yeah. So I can come over here and do it on this one. So this one here, you just clip it on the handle like that.
Yeah.
Right. And then you can pull it out. And most of these have, pull this back off. Most of these are about a 30-inch, I think, string, right? But when you're using it, you're gonna be holding your flex shaft like this. You're gonna be holding it up and doing this. So you really don't need 30 inches, right?
Yeah.
Like let's see if I
It
can.
just needs to be comfortably right in front of your face where you're when you're changing your.
Exactly. So if this is hooked on here, sorry, the light is kind of bright here. Let's turn that off. So if this is hooked on like this, turn this
Yep.
up more. Actually, I should hook it on the other side so you can see it. So here it's hooked on like so, and then it just goes back there when it's in rest. And then when you want to change this, you just pull it down and here you are, right? You're not more than 30 inches away. So it works super well. The one thing I will say is that I have gotten, I like this, the really cheap, $4.50 badge reels is what they're called. And when I went online to look for them, there are a lot of really cute ones. Because there are a lot of tech people who have to badge in and they don't want to have a lanyard around their necks. And so
Yes.
have something like this, and there are a whole bunch of really charming ones, like a jar of cats and things like that.
Yeah.
So, but you can get a lot of, you can get this basic thing at like Staples or any office supply store. This one has it's the design for a badge, right? It has a little snap on here that just snaps off. I have gotten this one. So this one is more like a contractor grade one. I think I got this at the hardware store, and it has a chain, right?
Yeah.
It's stronger because really what it's designed for is a ring of keys. So it's designed, like a contractor or a super in a building or something, somebody who's going to carry security, who's going to carry a lot of keys,
The
and
weight.
and so it's heavier, it has a bigger clip, and then it has a chain that it pulls out rather than a thread. But what that means is that it's harder to pull it, it's heavier to pull it, and the object itself is heavier. So I would argue that this one is going to be less friction, less weight, make it easier to use, and it's probably and less expensive, because these are probably like $4 or $5 at the office supply store. So this is my solution. And then this little eye pins, you would just drill a little hole, a little pilot hole. This is all plastic. All of this part is just plastic. There's no metal in here. The only metal is in this part.
Easy to get the eye pin in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I started to try to just screw the eye pin in, and if I tried really hard, I probably could do it, but it's going to be easier if you drill a tiny pilot hole and then just screw it in and you're done, right? Because you're really not, again, that's another reason to get this lightweight one, because then you're not pulling as much on the eye pin. But worst case scenario, you just move it over and screw it in. If it pulls out, you just screw it into another part of the plastic, right?
Yeah. So anyway, we had a question: what type of drill bit do you use to drill into the handle? And I'm saying any kind, basically, because the plastic's not that hard.
Right, any kind, because the plastic's not that hard. You just want it to be smaller, quite a bit smaller than this, right? Because what you don't want is a hole that's so big that this is going to pull out once you've screwed it in. You want to actually put some effort into screwing it. And if you're having trouble screwing this, you can either use a pair of pliers or put a dowel, put a rod through it, and this turn it.
And then the lever.
But I got these eye pins. It's a package of screw eyes.
It's super cheap.
Zinc screw eyes. I think there were probably 6 or so in here. 8. It says 8 pieces right here. 8 pieces. So there are 4 left in here. So I obviously have used two for these purposes. The other thing you can use screw eyes for is you can actually put them into your flex shaft. It's a little bonus trick for y'all.
Oh yeah. I forgot you talking about
I
this
think I
yesterday.
mentioned this yesterday in Open Studio, but I didn't actually show anybody what to do.
Oh,
So if you put it in, kind of open it up enough,
yeah.
get it in here. I can't get it. I'm trying to get it so it won't go drop all the way down. Yeah. So if you put it in, put the screw eye into your flex shaft like this, then when you run the flex shaft, you can basically use this as a tiny burnisher or planishing hammer, essentially, because as it turns, it's going to whack the metal
Yep.
twice every revolution. So it's like a really cheap version of a margin roller, like the very expensive tools that are going to be sometimes like $40 for these tiny little things. You can do a sort of quick and dirty version of it with an eye pin, and a slightly larger eye pin would be a little bit longer. Like this one's really tiny.
Yeah.
Screw eye. I guess they're screw eyes. Is what they are, or eye screw. No, screw eye. It says screw eye right there. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, but you can get slightly larger ones as well, and those might work a little bit better as the margin roller idea. But hey, bonus tip for you to use the
Yeah.
one of the if you got to buy a package of screw eyes, you can use
Might as well have multiple things that you can do with them.
multiple things you can do with them. Exactly. So yeah, so that's our
I
tip.
made a little paper towel holder with my extra screw eyes so that I could have, have the roll right there by my
Just put
desk.
wire through it or something. There you go.
Yep.
There's never a reason not to have something like this around. You are always going to find something you can use it for. So yeah, so there you go. 3 ideas. Make it bright colored. Use a magnet
Yeah.
or use a badge reel. And that way you won't lose it, right?
Yep.
This one, it means it's always attached, right? No matter, even if you take your flex shaft on the road, like if you go for some reason, if
Right.
going to a workshop or you're doing craft fairs. I mean, there are some jewelers who actually take tools and work, because people love to see jewelers actually jeweling, making jewelry. Um, so if you have to take it somewhere, it's always good to just have the chuck key connected to it. So yeah. All right. So that's our tip for
That's
today.
yep. Woohoo! You're so funny.
I know. Well, we have to give something for Jennifer to work with for the cover for this. Like,
Bill.
all right, peeps. Any other questions before we let you
Nope,
go?
that was it.
That was
We're
it.
good.
All right. Short and sweet. Keep track of wrangle your chuck keys, chuck key
Yep.
wrangling. Keep those little
Yep.
cats herded into place. All right, Helen. Well, I will we'll see you next week, everybody.
Yep.